Is this thing live now? All right, cool. I tried just to get going just a second ago, and it gave me a weird error. I think because I changed my password. Yeah. Apparently, you have to change your stream key every time you change your password or something like that. All right. Anyways, how's it going? Internet, funny meeting you here. All right, I'm just gonna click like two buttons, and then let's get to work. Uh, I think today should be fun because I had one of those like aha moments last night when instead of sleeping, I was instead not sleeping. uh, so I didn't get as much sleep as I would have hoped last night, but I did I did think of some things that I found exciting. Uh, oh, whoops! We're not doing the jam anymore, so I can get rid of these things. Uh, I'll just leave them there in case I want to bring them back at some point, but whatever. Um, SideQuest is not running right now because when the stream failed to broadcast the first time, I shut it down, and I'll bring it back in just a second. Let's look at the backlog because, uh, yeah, for one thing, I'm not going to be adding these little blue tags on here because it's just tedious and everything is blue. I mean, there are occasionally like non-blue things, but I don't care about that anymore. Um, yeah, I added a bunch of stuff. Okay, so I still want to figure out the stupid water bug, and the author. Oh, I should have been paying attention to this the other day when the like during the jam. I really tuned out of SideQuest when the jam was running. I guess it's funny how if I'm not actively working on it, it kind of sinks in terms of uh, like the degree to which I'm like consistently cognizant of it. Um, so I can probably restart the script. I'm gonna run the stable version, or like I'm gonna run a copy of the script rather than the primary version of it, just because I know I'm gonna want to like do all that hacky stuff when I try and fix the water bug. So uh, why waste time? Why not just jump right to it? So this version is not the original. This version is false, not original. I spent the better part of last week working in C languages, which was a fun switch after having worked in Python for so long. And oh, you know what I should do? Just out of curiosity, I mean, like, this isn't directly related to the. Oh, actually, hold on. Yeah, so sorry, just jumping back, move back, like, because the other thing I did on last week when we weren't working on SideQuest was where's thread data writing? Oh, thread data writing. I don't need to define remove player, so I'm not gonna have that as part of it. I'm just gonna and it's not even data writing. That's it. Well, no, it's data writing and reading. So reading, writing. Uh, yeah. Because I think because yeah, one of the things that we saw last week is that the bug that I suspect is caused by unthreaded data reading is still happening, or maybe it's unthreaded data writing. I don't know. It's one of those. It's probably one of those. I suspect it's one of those. All right, and then yeah. So the other thing is, I the other day when I was running SideQuest, I wasn't on Thursday and Friday of last week. I didn't run it through PyCharm. I just ran it. And I kept a log file. So I'm curious, like per the threaded data reading writing. I want to see how many times the delayed frame actually like happened. Because like when it happens at the start of the script, that's usually just because I was dragging the window around. So I'm not as worried about those instances, but I'm curious to see how many other instances, if any. Wouldn't it be great if the what? Oh, wait, what? It says that never appears anywhere, which is blatant lies because I'm looking at it right here. All right, well, something about that it doesn't like. I'll just reduce number of characters until it likes it again. There it goes. All right, whatever. Hey, look, these are the only instances, so that could be good. That could be good, because this was running all day. Let's look at the other one. Let's look at this one. How many times did we get delayed frames here? Yeah, so we got some at the start, because it's hard to not get them. And those are the only ones we got? Alright, wow. Maybe I don't have to worry about the data writing stuff. Because the interesting thing about this is that on Wednesday we did see the bug, which I suspect would be resolved by the threaded data reading writing. But Wednesday was also the day that we were running through PyCharm instead of running through instead of just running the script. And so it might be PyCharm. Like maybe something about PyCharm is like interfering. I don't know if that makes sense, but it could, or I don't know. Like that's enough for me to suspect it. So maybe I will wait. Yeah, I guess I'll hold off on that one because the water bug I know is still here, and it annoys me. It's not like a huge deal. It's like a really relatively minor cosmetic thing, but it's one that annoys me. So I think I have a plan for how to deal with it roughly, and that plan is weird. That plan is really weird. I think I'm going to I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna like come up with a way to like pause time, basically. I think. So, it'll have to be something on like the secret control panel, I guess, because like I don't really have many other interfaces to the game, other than like the chat channel, which I don't want to use. And actually, because this is not the original version, it's not even connected to the chat channel. So, yeah. So I'm gonna, I guess, hack the secret control panel. Just to have like some more buttons and stuff, I guess. So I'll have a button to freeze time, and I want a button to like advance forwards and backwards through time. When I say time, all I really mean is the environment. So I might not even change the way the characters. I might not change even how the characters animate forward. So it might just be that even though I'll be like scrubbing backwards and forwards through the environment, the characters might continue to advance forwards regardless. So it's probably gonna look weird, but let's see what we can do. Right, so where do we set up this panel? Oh yeah, right. So we need a function, and we need yeah. So the function should be fairly straightforward because it's basically like it's basically that the function will be it'll just toggle like a value, and that value will determine whether we actually like process anim or whether we just skip it entirely. Yeah, which is awkward. Oh, it's really awkward, but wait, is there a better way to do this? I could just skip the freeze button and just do what instead? Yeah, no, I'm gonna do a slightly more hacky but less awkward sort of thing. So yeah, so like I said before, let's yeah, where's the definition of this this panel? Here it is. So I will add another button. So I'll add like 3 more buttons, I guess. So it'll be like toggle animation, or toggle anim, we'll just call it, and then step forward and step backwards. Step backward. Backward. No, backward. Okay. So these buttons are pev toggle anim. Pev. Oh yeah. So pev toggle anim. Anim. Actually, I'll too bad I don't live in Texas. Oh, because of the thing you're planning? Hey Zero, how's it going? Yeah, I caught Yeah, I heard about that. I saw something on Twitter about that. That that sounds awesome. Kind of wish I did live in Texas. For one thing, it'd be warmer than it is here, I imagine. But then that too. A Twitch speedrun at a beach house. Um, that you're gonna stream it, right? I assume you're gonna stream it. I hope. So maybe I'll tune in and pretend I'm in Texas. Yeah, when is that? When's that happening? What's this? Oh yeah, I was just gonna actually I'm just gonna make these button names a lot smaller and also switch them around because I think they're gonna share they're gonna share a line. So like for example, toggle anim is gonna be on row 10, column 0, column span 2. Pev anim or pev. Also call it like step back and step forward. But so step back is going to be column or row 11, column 0, column span just column just one, yeah, okay, and then so the last one is going to be 11, column 1, column span 1, and this one is step food. August 13th, 16th. Nice. I don't know if I've ever been to a beach house before. At least not a cool one. Like I've been to houses that are like within a distance of the beach. No, yeah, no. I guess I've never actually been to a beach house because I've only been to like I've been to places with beaches and there are houses in and I've been yeah. Well, okay. I've been to like beachside hotels. That's like the closest thing. But like I don't know. There's something special about a beach house, right? I don't know. um. Uh. Yeah, I have some time to make arrangements. Then, I mean, I don't know. I have like I'll have to figure out a way to travel on like zero budget, but other than that, no problem. I could like I could do the thing where you like jump on the back of a train car, right? Do people still do that, like hobo style? I'll get a bindle. I'll get my finest bindle, and um, all right. What else am I doing here? Oh yeah, so the commands, right? So the commands are going to be toggle anim, and then step step back and step forward. Step forward. Yeah. So this is going to start out really basic, I guess, because basically I want to be able to get to these occurrences. And I like there's information that I'll need once I get to these occurrences, but I'm not actually even certain what information it is that I'll need. Uh, yeah, right now my donations that I get from streaming don't cover my rent or my food, so I could literally become a hobo. But then where would I set up my laptop to stream? Um, I'm working on it though. Who knows? Maybe I'll be a millionaire by August. That could happen, right? um, all right. uh, so step back, step forward. Yeah. Okay. So now let's make these actual functions, because otherwise they won't do anything. So yeah, I'll just put them here. So def toggle anim. I probably instead of doing these hacky things in the main script, I probably should have done these hacky things in a separate copy of the script. But whatever. I guess maybe journey stable will be the real one after all, but we'll see. All right. um, so like uh, global, uh, I guess anim enabled is not a thing yet. Uh, and then so we'll just say uh, anim enabled equals not anim not anim enabled. Oh yeah, one thing I was thinking, zero, depending on like what the schedule for the event is. I don't know if it's something that you'd be interested in, but even if I can't be there, maybe SideQuest could be there, because one of the things I've been thinking about lately is how to, like, I think I forget we I forget when you found the stream exactly, but like way back in, like, what was it? It was either October or November. I actually don't even remember which month I started this project in at this point. But a while ago when I started this project, it was originally supposed to be for it was originally supposed to be for special events. Like it was like that was kind of like the thing that I made it for. So I've been thinking about it lately, and yeah, so I started thinking about, like, now that SideQuest is like, I don't know, I'm feeling good about it in a lot of ways. I started thinking about, like, what other things, like, is it like, what can it do, what, like, how can I share this with the world? And yeah, so that was one of the things I was thinking. So I've been thinking about, like, how to, like, well, yeah, so the first thing I thought of was literally like, well, so I could travel with it. But then, like, what I realized almost immediately is that there are actually, like, there are a lot of, like, I don't even know how that would work, because right now it only runs on my laptop, right? So in order to run it on any other stream, either the stream would run from my laptop, or I would have to try and move it. And, like, I, I'm really reticent about moving it right now, because uh, it I don't know what would happen. Like, maybe it would just work. Maybe everything would just work magically. I'm not gonna try that yet. But then, like, I started thinking about things like screen sharing, and, like, it wouldn't really matter where SideQuest was running from, as long as it was running and the visuals were available. Yeah. So, anyways, I started thinking about that stuff, and I think there are, like, ways that that it could pretty easily port to basically a lot of places. The one awkward thing being that it uses my laptop right now, and so I it maybe, I don't know. I guess technically I could actually run it in multiple, like, channels at the same. I don't know. Anyways, um, yeah, I'm not going to do that though. That's one thing I'm not going to do, is distribute it. So uh, yeah, but there are other ways, right? So that, like, the whole point of what I was just saying is that there are other ways. So yeah, because who cares if, like, it works once? In order for a game to work, it can't just work once. It has to never not work. That's the functional definition of things that work. It's not things that have worked once, it's things that never don't work. Because as soon as something breaks, people don't consider it reliable. So, yeah, there's not an extent of testing uh, that I'm going to feel comfortable with. I mean, it'll happen eventually, but I'm not going to, like, put it in that situation. All right, so anim enabled, not anim enabled. That one's really simple. So the definition of step forward and step backward will be slightly. No, they'll be pretty easy as well. Yeah. Actually, step forward is really easy, and step backward is also really easy. So, all right, toggle. Or no, sorry, we already did toggle anim. The definition of step back is. I mean, I can make it like step back with a number. Oh, maybe I don't. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I don't need toggle anim. Maybe I'll just use step forward and step back with numbers, so that we can specify, like, how far to step forward and how far to step backwards. So yeah, right. So right. So are you familiar with screen sharing, Zero? All right. So yeah. So actually, well, I won't get rid of it yet, but I probably will get rid of it eventually. So step back. Let's say step back. Wait, how do you pass in variables? I forget. You literally just like list them out. Yeah, you just list them out. Okay. Step back. So like frames. So we'll just say. So step back is what? Step back means global n frame. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, no, this should be fine. I don't know. This might break a lot of stuff. I'm gonna try it anyways. Yeah, right. So screen sharing, right? So how would the chat work? The chat would work just like it always works. The only reason Trusty Bard is in our chat or is in my chat is because I specified the channel to be binary. I could just if I literally I could change this to like zero Maverick, and if I ran the script right now, it would actually be running in your channel instead. Magic. I mean, like, because there's no barriers to joining a channel. The only barrier is like if, for example, if you banned Trusty Bard from your channel, then it would be harder for me to run the script in your channel. But other than that, there's no reason I can't run SideQuest in your channel. Uh, um, all right, so we have global environment frame. I think is the variable here. Let me double check if that's true. Yes, environment frame. I think that's true. Okay, so then, so basically all we have to do is say environment frame minus equals frames plus one. Yeah, because like it naturally increments itself. So if we want to jump back 20 frames, we jump back 21 frames, and it'll naturally increment itself. Yeah, and then we schedule. Oh, so then global schedule. I typed that wrong. Schedule. Schedule dot append or schedule dot insert at space zero insert zero anim. Oops. As such, and then yeah, and then step forward. Oh, actually, you know what? Uh, this can just be this. I don't even need step forward and step back. I can just have step. Yeah, because then I can just use positive and negative numbers. Oh, although actually it would be helpful to have like the it would be helpful to be able to like click little just to jump forward and backwards instead of having to, because like I was thinking, oh, I could put in like commands and stuff. That way I can just like type out the commands like to jump forward and back or step forward and backwards. But it'll be helpful, I think, to have the buttons too. So might as well do it this way. All right. So def step forward. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was literally all of it. Okay. So step forward. Also takes frames, and in this case we can say basically the same thing, except it's actually -1 because, like I said, the one is free, so it'll always be like one less than. Oh, and it'll also be plus. So plus equals frames -1. Yeah. And other than that, it's the same. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the toggle anim, and then for the purpose of this script, I'm just going to have anim disabled, I guess. And then, so yeah, so toggle anim, get rid of that. And then, I guess this can now be on row 10 instead of row 11. And then what else? Yeah, let's also put in that command to jump faster. Because there's like 960 clicks in this wheel. Actually, there's even more than that. There's like a many clicks. There are many, many clicks in this wheel. So, hey, Devin JavaScript, how's it going? Welcome. So, then, let's see. Yeah, oh yeah, right. So it's gonna make a command. This should be simple enough. It's just, I don't know. Let's say, So okay, so kick is the last command that we have here. So let's add in an else if. I mean, I guess I could put this at the front. Or so else if com lines 0 equals I'll just call it like step. So com line 0 equals step. Then do, do, do. Um, we say, oh yeah, right. So we just say, we say step. Do we have to do global step forward? Global step forward. Wait, what? Whatever. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna try it without global. Oops. Wow, what's happening? Okay. And so then, I guess in this case, com lines. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna say com lines 1 as an int, and then like if I get it wrong, it'll crash. But whatever. This isn't like a feature that I'm adding. This is just like a. Devin JavaScript. Thank you, Devin JavaScript. Thank you for your generosity. That's wonderful. Devin JavaScript donates $5 and says, "Thank you for being awesome and putting a smile on my face every time you stream." Well, thank you, Devin JavaScript, for doing the same thing. No, thank you very much. That's wonderful. That's wonderful of you, and I really appreciate your support and your generosity. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. Well, I guess MXDS didn't directly address me, so maybe I'll let someone else answer that question. But sorry. Sorry, I have a case of the giggles, apparently. Um, excuse me. What was I doing? Oh yeah. So I think actually this is I think this is like good. I think we can try. Oh, so I still have to disable a lot of stuff. I'm gonna disable basically everything. Maybe I'll just start the schedule empty. Right now, the reason like things happen in the game is because I'm setting the schedule for things to happen, and so if I just like I'm basically like priming the schedule to have things on it. But if I just like disable the schedule from having anything on it, then oops. Then let's see what this does. Alright, so this is a fake version of the script, and I have no clue what's going to happen when I do this. But let's do this and see. Okay, yeah, so there are bugs. Oh, yeah, right. Wait, did I forget to define things? Devin JavaScript! Thank you! Thank you, Devin JavaScript! Thank you for your generosity and for your support. I can't even talk. Devin JavaScript says, Devin JavaScript donates $5 and says, another! So much laughter and smiles. Smiles for all. Smiles for each and every one of you. No, thank you. Thank you again. Oh, I never know what to say, but I very much appreciate your support, so thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Um, what did I do here? Apparently, it says step back is not defined, which is weird, because I feel like I defined it right here. Oh, it's not defined yet, is what it means. It's not defined yet. it needs to. It needs to have been defined by the time I make that assignment statement. I think is probably what happened there. I feel like I'm forgetting I feel like I'm forgetting something else, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Um, uh, Pev step back. Oh, what? Oh, I just typoed. That's all. Yeah. All right. Okay. Um, so let's see how that goes. And okay, good. So it's doing stuff now. Oh, whoops! Yeah, I made the step forward and step backwards button really big. So if I hit forward, oh, right, yeah, I forgot. Okay, so that crashed. I forgot to specify that the arguments. Right, because right now I'm just so here I can stop the script. Stop the fake version. Yeah, stop this version. Okay. Right, because I'm um I'm telling it to step back and step forward, but I'm not telling it how much because I added these parameters right like these parameters frames. So I want it to just be one. Um, and oh yeah, I can also drop. Not that the width actually matters, but like I don't know, it just looked gawky. So I forget how to pass in those things. So let's look it up in the docs. Sorry, I'm still smiling and giggling like an idiot. I make no apologies though. I take it back. I don't apologize. I'm proud of giggling and smiling like an idiot. Um, um, so buttons. Uh, yeah. So do you have examples? No, that'd be too easy. Why would you give examples? Um, command. Wait, yeah, how does this work? It's like yeah, command is the thing that we pass in, and I think I think there's another thing like command, and then uh, is there not? Hmm. So I guess yeah, I have to. Huh. I don't know. I could just make two different versions. I could just make like a different version for. I could just make it so that like step back. There's like step back, step forward, and like step X or something like that, and then I could just use step X for like the written command. I don't know. I don't feel like debugging it right now. Like I should. That's something that I should figure out eventually. But for now, I'm just gonna say. I'm just gonna say. So step forward is going to be. Actually, yeah. So for this one, we don't actually have to even do anything. We just have to say. We just have to schedule anim because the animation automatically steps forward when we schedule an animation. For the other one, we have to say -2, not -21, -2, and then yeah. So then lastly, let's say because now because now I want the one that so like step. I'll just call it like step X, and this one will take frames, and actually I guess it's more akin to this one because we'll want it to say plus equals frames -1. Yeah. All right. All right. And so then the command that we have up here, that written command that we just stuck in there, we'll want this to be step X. Okay. Let's see what that does. It should be better. So right, so it doesn't render automatically. It does. It only. Ooh. Oh yeah. Anim is self. Anim is self scheduling. I forgot about that. All right. So once I like click it, it like. Whoa! What? What was this business about? Why is it doing that? Uh, that's weird. Right. So I have to make it so that Anim does not self schedule. But what is this business about? How did it? It should only. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, right, right. It's because I cleared the schedule that it's crashing. It's because the schedule is not occurring as usual. All right, so I shouldn't. I guess I shouldn't. All right, so I'll make it so that anim is not self-scheduling. So like yeah, so there are various things that just occur intermittently in the game, and typically those things will yeah, like this for example. Oops. I'm trying to use like slash slash as per comments because I was just working in C languages all last week. Um, I do that to turkeys very often. Zero Maverick. I just get in there and like. Sometimes I'll just eat them like Cookie Monster. I'll just push the turkey at my face and like bits of turkey will go everywhere. Um, I try and mix it up, get a variety of different eating styles. Um, all right, what what else did I say I was gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna not unschedule everything. I was gonna only unschedule anim, I guess. Nah, I'll just reschedule. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna reschedule stream data. So actually, yeah, right. So wait, hold on. So yeah, I'll get rid of that, and then so instead of deactivating everything, I'll just deactivate that whole business. Yeah. All right. So save this. Now let's see what this does. All right, so I'll run it, and then it won't crash immediately like it did last time. I'll click forwards, and it'll only step forwards one frame. So now, yeah, so now this is what we have. And like I said, I didn't actually change it so that the adventures like go backwards, but like I have this button where I can go forwards and backwards, but the adventures still always go forwards, regardless of which direction the environment goes. And that's because the bug is not with the adventures. So let's say go to river Excelsior. So now we're at the river. Now like because nothing's animating without my explicit commands. It's it's not going to look like my commands are working immediately. But let's say wander village, and then let's say step like 960. Let's see what that does. Did that work? Oh, I didn't schedule an anim, did I? Was step? No, I didn't. Oh, I stepped exactly 960 steps, and so it went exactly back to where it started. Wait, so let's say step, because 960 is the exact halfway mark. So if I step 950 though, that'll look like I'd stepped backwards 10, right? Yeah, it'll look like I stepped backwards 10. Um, but why are we not wandering to the village? I guess is what I'm curious about. Oh, because I haven't hit that marker yet. Oh shoot. All right, so wait, hold on. That's I hadn't really thought about that. Oh, my laptop's running out of batteries. Sorry, one second. There we go. Yeah, I guess I hadn't thought about that part. Because when we step forwards, huh. Yeah, it says delayed frame every time we do this too, because it thinks that the time is 0. Um, huh. Is there a quicker way? There's got to be a quicker way. I could just use the. I could just use the. No, you know, I'm just gonna restart the script for starters. Uh, yeah, that should be fine actually. All right, so. Uh, oh wait, what happens if I restart the script and go backwards? That seemed to work. All right, so now I'll say I step backwards a bunch of frames. So now I'll go. I'll say wander or no, say go to river. So now we're in the river, and I'll say wander village, and then let's see what that does. Oops, I didn't actually hit it yet. Oops, hold on, go back. I just want to make sure we hit the part where we can switch over into the the next transition. So okay, good. Environment transition initiated. Good. That's what I want to see. So now let's say step like I don't know, like 500. Where'd that put us? Uh, huh. Are we? Oh, we are. Okay, we are transitioning to the village. All right, good, 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 good. So this is basically what I wanted to see. And so we don't have like the diagnostic tools yet. Like I haven't set up like the. Oh, sorry, you can't really tell what I'm responding to, but the village is creeping in from the other side of the screen. So so we don't really have the diagnostic tools to figure out like what the heck and stuff, but we can at least you know basically like one of the things that was like irking me is that like yeah, there it is. Look at that. There's just this one frame, and it's like instead of showing the river, it shows these stupid adventure jerks in the background. So now that we are able to pinpoint this, we can do things like figuring out like what is the frame on which this is occurring. Because maybe it is this exact frame. Like sometimes it seems like it happens at different times, but this is like pretty much exactly the frame that I remember seeing it the first time. Why? Why does the water turn into people for just one frame? Why you jerk frame? All right, so there like this answers a few questions. Like it's clearly one of the environment frames. It's clearly not like it's not like because when I thought it was happening at like variable times, I was thinking, oh wait, maybe it's like the this has something to do with the position of the background side, but that's not true because like you can see like if we look at this look at this adventure like with red pants right here. If I click forwards and then back, he's actually moved. I mean, it's a little hard to tell because I did he didn't move much. But like if I keep doing this, like all these little adventures are actually moving, and all I'm doing is clicking like forwards and back one. So forward, back, and then they move. Forward, back, and then they move. So it doesn't have anything necessarily to do with the positioning of the water. It has to do with the positioning of the background environment, because the water is the one environment side that actually has nothing to do with the environment frame, which is what we're hard setting in order to get this animation trick to work. So that's interesting in and of itself. But let's figure out, like, because it does seem to be this exact... Hey, Alchemist, how's it going? Welcome. Because it does seem to be this exact frame, let's start trying to collect information about this exact frame and see, like, what is happening here. So previously, like, there was a bunch of information that I didn't want to put in necessarily in the environment rendering because, like, if I was just gonna like add that debug information and then just like let the script run, that would like have been way too much spam. Like I get pretty spammy with like what I'll put in this like log stuff that happens. Like these little like these empty ones aren't supposed to show up. I didn't put those in intentionally, but I left them in once I realized they were happening. Like there's some spammy stuff that happens in this like log, but yeah, this one would have been beyond the pale because it would have been something that like, hey, congratulations, whoever just leveled up. Sorry, I can't see names on my side. I can only see the characters. But yeah, no. This if I'd put in this like debug information, it would have happened like way too much. It would happen like every 0.5 seconds, just for an arbitrary length of time. So I'm gonna actually, I won't stop the script yet, but I'm gonna stop not the real script, but the like the fake version of the script. I'll stop it in a minute. But first I'll start putting in the data that I'm interested in here, which is like what? It's like I want to see what? Oh, I'm actually going to get rid of that get rid of oops. Wait, what? How do I open and close comments in this language? I forget. Oh no, yeah, no, it's not the slashy asterisk thing. It's the triple quotation marks. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah. So the first interesting thing, I guess, will just be print just the frame number. So print env frame. Let's see what that is. And actually, where do we update env frame? Because if we update it before... No, we update end frame at the end, I believe. Like right at the end of this whole shebang, we increment it upwards, yeah. Okay, so Uh, that's cute. The fake script is trying to initiate an event. It thinks an event is happening. Uh, you just can't tell because like there's nothing happening there. Actually, if I hit this, then it'll. Oh, I thought it would show the action tags, but I guess not. Whatever. Okay. All right. So yeah. What? So what? Okay. So the environment frame. Um. I guess. So yeah. So let's just jump. Let's just cut to the chase, which is the part where we would be rendering these things. So like env. So like env dot type. Whoops. I don't mean to actually be typing. I mean to be. I mean to be. Wait. What's happening? Env. Yeah. No. Not undo. Undo. Redo. Wait. What am I undoing? Redo. 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 What was it? Wait, okay. Hold on. I know undo. I don't know. Undo's weird, but whatever. Save that, and then no, yeah. So let's so env dot type equals 1. Yeah. So this is like or equals 1. This is like the type of stuff where we'd be handling the river. So yeah, this stuff I don't suspect. This is the area that I'm getting suspicious because like basically it's acting as though like for some reason like instead of this one evaluating like this one's evaluating or something because like this is when we check if environment type equals 1 and then this is where we check if environment next dot type equals 1. Nah, is that even it? Like I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. Let's. So it must have to do with the math. Like it must have to do with the math. I feel like it really must have to do with the math. Because, like, what else could there be? Alright, but at least, alright. So we're going to start getting information, and I guess we'll start getting information about the math. Right? Right? Um, I, I guess I don't know why it didn't occur to me to try this sooner, but you know what is, it might just be the boundaries of the phases. No, that'd be weird. Would it? No, that might be normal actually. Yeah, let's try changing the phase boundaries first, just to see what that does. I will try and get more information because I do have that environment frame print or whatever. But yeah, it was just occurring to me like if the math is going wrong, I don't think it's that the math is actually wrong. I think it'd have to be that like these numbers are slightly off. So like maybe it's that like maybe it's like that these are actually supposed to be like slightly lower. So what if this is like 479? And what if this was like 639? Uh, I actually don't. I don't anticipate this to work. I don't anticipate this will fix anything. Um, but I'm gonna try it anyways, because it's not like anything else really makes sense to me right now. So, uh, it's just yeah. I mean, like we index from 0, so I guess like maybe was it sloppy of me to think that the boundaries would happen on round numbers? Or am I thinking are these like actually instead of lower boundaries are these supposed to be upper boundaries? I don't think that's true because well actually let's look at the place where we actually use environment phase markers. Yeah, we say less than. So I don't think that is going to make sense. I think that's going to make things weird and broken in a different way. But there's one way to find out. I mean there are multiple ways, but this way that yeah. All right. Let's see what happens. Is what I guess what I'm saying. All right. So I'll back it up, and then we can say go to river Excelsior, and then we'll say wander village. I don't think we have to text the village. I think it'll actually work with any environment, but the village is one that I notice it with the most. So does it? Maybe it does have to do with the village. No. Maybe it literally doesn't happen in other environments. What's the other environment? The other one is to the forest. I don't know. I guess we can find that out. Alright, so Excelsior. And so we click forwards, and then it should say, yeah, environment transition initiated. So let's say, last time we went forward like 500. Let's go forward like step 600 because like yeah we stepped and then we did have to go okay yeah so this should take us really close so So we have all these prints, like they're telling us like what frame we're at. Oh, wait, did it happen? No. Yeah, there it goes. Whoa, so it's not always the same number every time. Because now it's having it at frame 640. Oh, maybe that's because I just changed things. Yeah, I totally just changed things. And 640 was one of the numbers I just changed. So, maybe I'm changing it in the wrong direction. Because, like, it used to happen at 6... this number used to be 640. And now all of a sudden this bug is happening. So maybe I did change it, but in the wrong direction. And maybe now it's going to be happening, if anything, more frequently? I don't know. Let's find out. So it definitely happened that one time. And then, is it gonna... Oh, but then it didn't happen at this juncture. Huh. This time it only happened there. But when I say only, I mean, like, we only saw it there. We actually didn't watch the entire transition, so... whoa, okay, now it happens at 2 frames. It happens at 39 and at 40. Interesting. Alright, so I think that's definitely related. So maybe, yeah, maybe instead of moving the boundaries down, maybe I'm supposed to actually be making that equivalence, like, less than or equal to. Because maybe it's that we're hitting that... Well, I don't know why it would have moved to a different frame. Because it definitely wasn't frame 640 last time, right? Like, last time we saw it happen at, like, a different... Oh, I guess it was hard for you guys to see. But, like, I was lining it up with these buildings on this side of the screen. And it definitely, like, we were at a different point in the horizon. So, like right now it's happening. So, like, let's step, we're at 490. So let's step to, like, let's step forward by, like, 120. And then, yeah, right. Last time it was happening, when we were around, like, wait a second. Is 640 happening at different positions of the background, or am I... No, it's totally 640. It's totally happening at 640. It's always been happening at 640. I think, like, the times that I don't realize, or I think that it's happening at a different position, are times that I actually forget to move this, like, onto the screen so I can see the entire thing. It's probably always happening at 640. Alright, so, why only 640, though? I guess that much is, so, okay. So, I don't think it's actually the phase boundaries. I think it has, no, it'd have to be. It'd have to be the phase boundaries? I mean, that's another thing I can try. Yeah, so I'll try that. So let's go in the opposite direction, because I've clearly made it worse at this point. So let's go back to 640 again. But first let's reset our phase boundaries back to the rounded numbers, and okay, so put those back. And now, is that going to weird things up to just say less than or equal to? I guess, like, not. I guess that's fine. Why is that fine? I don't feel like it should be fine, but, like, whatever. The reason this bug has persisted so long is because I don't fully understand it. So let's try this. Less than or equal to. Am I just thinking about this backwards? Less than or equal? I don't know. This doesn't make sense to me, but sure, why not? This would imply, no, this would though imply that frame 0 is of a different boundary then. So maybe, what? I don't know. Like, I feel like this is probably going to fix the water bug, but I feel like this would have to introduce different bugs instead. I don't know though. Let's find out. All right, so let's stop this version of the script and rerun it. And it doesn't, like, oh, whoops. Yeah, equal then or less to is not a thing. Less than or equal to is the thing. Alright, so let's do that and see how it goes. Trying to set up a thing in your script that will give +0 if the numbers rolled are 10. Heavens, is there any way I can put that in just one line of code without doing 2 if statements? Oh, I mean, I don't know what the syntax for Lua is, but, like, wait, you mean, like, so you're saying, like 10 or 11 are either fine? So yeah, so, like, the typical way to do something like that, wait, hold on, I already have Notepad open. So yeah, I don't know what the Lua syntax is. I guess we could actually look it up real quick. So, like, Lua conditional, and, Lua conditional or. uh, ternary operator. I don't know what that means. No, not ternary operator. I just want to. Oh yeah, okay. So it's the wait, hold on. Wait, what? I don't understand what I'm saying here. Yeah, so it looks like you use the word or. So yeah, or. Uh, so yeah, so they seem to be just using like the. So like in some languages it's like so like in Python it's like in Python it's like it's like if like so yeah so Python would be like if like roll number or whatever you have your variable called equals 10 or roll number equals 11. So that's like what it looks like in Python. It looks like in Lua you do also put just like literally just the word or between them. In some languages it's like in C languages it's like two vertical bars, and like I don't know, in other languages it'll probably be different, but yeah, so like I don't know what the rest of the syntax like looks like in terms of like in Python you put a colon at the end of your statement, but or like at the end of the line, but that's actually very atypical, so it's probably going to look slightly different. I can tell the new viewers, not just when their name doesn't seem entirely recognizable, but when they think it's remarkable that I've said the word ah, they think. Tell you what, I'm gonna keep saying ah, and you can keep telling me when I say ah, and we'll see who gets tired first. Good luck with that. Yeah. All right. All right. So yeah. Let's what what am I doing? You guys, all right, let's go to river, and then let's process that frame, and then oh yeah, right. So click. Oh no, wait. So wander. First, we wander to village, and then we can click forwards until we get the environment transition, and then we can say step 620 Excelsior. And now, all right, let's bring it on screen so I don't not recognize stuff when it happens. And 636, 637, 638, 639, 640. Hey, look, there's water. All right, so we fixed the water bug. But like, I swear, this must have broken something. Like, seriously, if this didn't break anything, I'm gonna be really surprised. So let's well, okay, so let's change our cheat now. Let's let's well, I didn't just start saying oh my gosh. You were here for IMA? That was a long time ago. That was back in October. Wow, welcome back, MJC. Ow. I didn't start saying recently. I've said like my teachers back in like second grade told me how much I said and it's like I found it as useful when they said it. So I swear, like I started saying this before October. Second grade for me personally was before October of this past year. So I assure you, I said plenty back then. I assure you. Think of how many times I've said in my lifetime. Think of how many times it's been remarkable that I've said in my lifetime. The answer is like 1,000,000,000. So, actually, maybe it was remarkable the first time. Maybe the very first time I said it was the dawn of a new era of and at no instance after that. The thing that I want to change about the cheat here is to all right, I am overdoing it intentionally because I tend to get vindictive about my when people express any specific recognition of it. But all right, so anim cooldown, cooldown. Let's what? Shut up. There's totally an anim cooldown. Oh, anim cooldown. So let's go. Oh yeah. So Yeah, I'll take out the non-auto scheduling, but I'll skip the prints because need uh we still don't need to see those delayed frame prints. All right, so then let's uh, let's let's go. Anim cooldown equals. Oh, I don't. Okay, so anim cooldown equals 0, and let's just watch what happens now. Because like I feel like I should have broken it. Oh, no. Do I still have the frame number print in there? Because that'll get really annoying too. So let's go back to and frame. Because I want to. Yeah, I would definitely want to get rid of this too. Will I? Whatever, this is fine. Alright, let's see what happens. So this is going to be like super speed mode as... Wait, what? Oh, it wasn't... Yeah, alright. Yeah, it's super speed mode. It wasn't scheduled for the first, whatever. But, yeah, let's just see what crazy things happen with the visuals in the game now. I feel like there should be a bug. I feel like there really should be. But maybe I just was slightly off in my concept of like what are the frame boundaries relative to the phases, and maybe this is just magically great and fine now. I guess we'll find out soon. Um, uh, and maybe we won't find out soon. Maybe like it'll just keep working forever, and it'll never be clear that anything's gone wrong. So I don't know. Let's just try transition. So let's wander to the cave, for example, and then. So basically what I'm looking for is like weird graphical anomalies. Like for like one frame. Oh, you know what I should do maybe is well that was one of them. Environment for transition initiated. That the frame where that prints is sorry, that was the follower noise before I forget. Arcade GM, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following. um yeah, okay, everything seems to be going okay so far. I like whatever was going to go wrong, I would have expected it would happen by now. So maybe it's just never going to happen. Maybe everything's just magically fine. I guess it kind of makes sense that like if I had been off by one one index, it wouldn't really show up. So let's wander to forest. I guess like yeah, it does kind of make sense that it would only really show up in the river because like the river is the only environment where or like the environments with the special slides, like the river slide and the village slide, like the river water layer and the village people layer, like those are the ones I guess that would get hit hardest by this bug. Because those are the ones that render so differently than the rest. Whereas, like, with the others, like, the only real difference that you would have seen is, like, maybe some pixels on the edge of the screen would have, like, shifted slightly. And I guess technically that bug would have been happening. Because, it would have to have been happening, I suppose. I shouldn't have gone to the forest. I should have gone to the river. I should transition to the river. Are we actually transitioning to the forest? Yeah, here we go. And told us we were transitioning to the forest, and I was like, where's the forest? But there it is. Okay. And then, again, seems fine, as far as I can tell. Like, the frames are going pretty fast, so, like, if the graphics were off for, like, a frame, like, it would be hard to miss. Like, it'd be a blink and you miss it sort of thing. But I don't even see it going wrong for, like, even a single frame. So, like, I'm not even seeing a hint. If something weird is happening, it's happening very subtly. So let's go back to the cave, actually. And now let's wander to the river, which is what I should have done the first time. So... Oh, did I... Does it mess up? Huh. Did I... When I teleported before the transition had finished, did I mess... I don't know, I almost felt like I saw like a weird graphical anomaly there. Like that's not a big deal, because that's just like me inputting like a... Well, no, I mean I do want teleport to work correctly, because it's not literally just a dev cheat, it's actually like a cheat that the GM can use as well. Like guest GMs can use as well. But That's not as worrying. All right, so let's see if this transitions correctly and everything. Seems legit. The water doesn't flicker out, and everything seems to go consistently. All right, cool. So I think we fixed the water bug. It's kind of nice. Kind of nice. That one, I like, especially now that I have the graphics like partially visible to me on screen. I like was seeing the water bug so much. Like last week we during the signal jam we like I don't know if anyone was watching, you probably saw me on like several occasions be like, "Oh, the water bug," and then I just kept seeing it, and it hurt my heart. But it's fixed now, so cool. That was really easy to fix too. That was really easy, which I guess is good, um, because it was a really perplexing bug. So, all right, good, good and cool. As far as I can tell, Trusty Bard is tweeting out levels correctly. Although, actually, I guess at this point we could get a sense of that too. Um, let's. I'm just gonna take a peek at that just to see if that is in fact working. Oh yeah, and so I guess in the background, I might as well test more stuff. So let's or actually let's just where can we go? Yeah, so let's wander to village. Whoa. Oh yeah. It teleported us to the cave because it initiated an event, and it still does that. All right, let's actually like go to mountains and then wander to yeah, because I want to test the other environment, the other special environment type, because let's wander to snow because I want to make sure I didn't accidentally mess up anything there. That's the other thing that could have broken as a result of the changes that I made. So I'm just going to have this on the corner of the screen so I can still kind of see some of it as I look at this other stuff. Yeah, so the other, those were the two bugs that were like weirding me out and that I didn't really understand what was going on. It seems like we do now understand what happened with the water bug, and it is now fixed. With Trusty Bard's missed tweets, like I never really figured out what was going wrong per se. I just kind of like changed things, and I think it's not happening anymore, but I'm not sure. So for example, like I don't know, he's been tweeting at me appropriately, so that was nice. And then so oops, no, why did you do that? No one told you to do that. Don't do that. So no, I didn't actually. All right. So I'm just gonna look at, so like for example, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22. That's very good. That is like kind of what we were hoping would happen. In as much as like these are sequential. So clearly for this user, Trusty Bard has not dropped the ball. Trusty Bard has been appropriately listing out those levels and stuff. So I'm just gonna look at like one or two other people. So like Pema the dev. So it's like at Trusty Bard. I was looking at. Is it? No, go away. At Trusty Bard and at Pema. Well, that should be fun. What? Fire. Pema the dev. There. Are you happy? Are you happy now? Oh, that's the only one. Okay, they must have just linked their account. So, all right, just one more. Actually, I mean that might be fine. On Trusty Bard. I'll check Protospasm because why not? So at Trusty Bard and at Protospasm. 30, 29, 28, 27, and then before that the bug was occurring. So if the ones that were missing before that could have been the bug, or they could have just been other reasons. But hopefully this is better now. Hopefully. Oh, I'm not searching for all. I'm only searching for the top results. So that, for example, was hiding a few. But yeah, alright, so he hasn't missed, as far as I can tell, Trusty Bard hasn't missed any tweets, since we changed how that works, so that one might be fixed as well. At least we don't have any reason to think that that isn't fixed. All right. Oh, I wasn't really paying attention to the mountains thing, so let's go back to the mountains and watch the transition again. And and then what was it? Yeah. So wander. Oops. Wander to snow. Doop-a-doop. All right. So one more time, I'm gonna watch this transition, and then I guess I'm gonna watch the snow to water transition. And if those pan out, then I'm gonna call it like good. I'm gonna call it all set, satisfactory, top notch. Oh, have I checked the transitions out of the river though? No, transitions out of the river were the ones that were broken in the first place. Have I checked the transitions into the river? Because I guess that one might have broken hypothetically. Like if I tugged in the other direction and it didn't want to go in the other direction, then hypothetically, what could have broken would be the yeah, I might have pulled it too far in the other direction, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Right, so that seemed to go okay. So now let's wander to the river and see what happens there. So, if this is all set, then that is exciting because I have exciting new features to be adding today. I feel like I cracked the code. I know I say this a lot. I like every now and again I'll come up with like a feature and it'll be like, yes! Like I'll be like really psyched about a feature. I'll be like really pumped about it. Because like there are a lot of things that I add because I feel like, you know, it'd be good to add it. But then there are other things that I add because like I like I'll have like a like some okay, so I'll put it this way. Sometimes I come up with features, for example, and then I think yes, that would be good. I'll add that. But then other times I'll have problems, or like I'll have like this void, this absence of something that I feel is so needed, and it will take me like I don't well, so then like yeah, if it's something that I can't figure out, like if I can't get like if there's no like magical like light bulb moment where like that like I realize the oh yeah, right. So what is the new feature? Yeah, so I did have the light bulb moment, and then I was like, yes. And those are the ones that I get really excited about because like it's just when you spend so long like sometimes you're not even cognizant like that this thing is needed like this. Sometimes like it's not even like on the surface that you're like the game is missing this thing, but like you feel like some. Sorry, I will get to the what it is, but hey Asado, how's it going? Welcome. Um, and then yeah, so yeah, it was so I had that light bulb moment, and so what I realized is I am not good at acting as live GM right now, and I realized like why that is. Well, no, I've always kind of known why that is, but what I realized is like what was wrong with the situation. That like I think like not only sorry, I'm like not 100% paying attention to myself because I'm watching this transition to make sure it goes well, which it seems to be doing. Seems to be going well. All right, so I think we can actually call the water bug fixed. Probably. I'm gonna keep my eyes like glued to the screen for the rest of this. But yeah. So I like it was so the best thing about like the feature that we're adding today is that I'm totally overhyping it. By the way, once I say what it is, like people are gonna be like, oh, that's boring. but I guess what I'm trying to describe is how like what it meant to me. Um, why I'm so excited about it because like not only did I realize that this is the solution to live GMing, but it's also if you've heard me talk before about event types, like sometimes I'm like there aren't enough. Like I feel like there should be more event types. Like I think like because there's six like major event archetypes. And then there's all right. So I'm actually sorry to interrupt myself. I'm gonna call this good, and I'll restart the script after the next. Oh, we did just finish an event. So I'm gonna actually stop both scripts, and we can apply the fix to the real script, which is apparently the stable thing. So I'm going to stop both scripts. Sorry, it'll come back in just a moment. And right, so we hacked Journey. So I'm gonna call this. I'm not gonna delete it. I'm just gonna change the name of this one to like Journey. Oh, actually, hold on. I'll close these uh, before I do this, just so that it doesn't PyCharm doesn't freak out. I'll change this one to Journey like hacked, and then I'll change Journey stable to Journey, and yeah. So I haven't applied the change to this one. So now let's open that version. Oh, I still haven't said what the new feature is exactly. Well, I did tell you it was a new event type. So there's that. But it's not just a new event type. It's a new mode of events, sort of. It's very different. Like I don't even fully understand what it is, but I have the start of it, and I think it'll at least be cool as it is. I hope. I don't know. We'll see. It's at least something unto itself, and I think it's also like the start of like more new somethings. Like I think it's not just like event type 7, right? It's not, or like event type 6, I guess would be the next one. It's not just event type 6. It's like I think it's like event type 6, which will somewhat forecast like event type 7, 8, 9, 10. Or like, I don't know, it might be even weirder than that. It might like completely like fundamentally shift like how events are typed. Like I don't know. We'll see how weird it gets. But it should at least it should shake things up a little bit in a good way. And it will make live GMing like right now live GMing feels a little like a little bit like a chore, and it feels a little non-interactive. So two of the goals I've been like trying to accomplish have been to like make it something that gets used more, like make it something that I want to use more, and also make it so that it feels like what it's actually supposed to be, which is not just like it's not just like an interval at which people like shout a word at me, but like it's supposed to be like what, I don't know. I think even if you've never played like a tabletop role playing game, you probably have some idea of like how they're played, which is to say they're played like through a conversation. They're played like you literally sit around a table and talk to people, and that's how the game happens. And so I think excuse me, I think it'll be a little bit. No, Zero Maverick, choose life. Choose life. Are you trying to get the conditional to work? Because I didn't look up the syntax, but we could look up the syntax if you're getting if it's that, or if it's something else. Let me. This script won't take the numbers generated and do thing according to them. Where is it? I've never worked with Lua before. Are you like what tools are you using to work on your script? Like, are you using like an IDE, like not like PyCharm itself, but like the jam? Yeah. Oh, we finished the jam. Yeah. Actually, I was kind of waiting for someone to ask about that. So it's binary.tv slash duab is the location of the final product. So I'll copy and pasting between computers. Why are you so bad? Why do you never work? Why do you never work? I'll just retype it over here. Binary.tv slash duab. Yeah. And I like how it came out. I'm proud of it. So, I guess, well, yeah, I can show a little bit of it here. Binary.tv duab. Alright, yeah, so I'm actually pretty good at I'm pretty good at this game because I was playing it a lot over the weekend. Not a lot, but like I was playing it a fair amount over the weekend. So I don't mean to brag, but I did also work on the game for a while, so I guess it makes sense that I would be okay at it at least. Doop-a-doop. I got some pro strats. I've gotten down to a pretty consistent full clear. Oops. Run. Time to run is now. Alright, no bugs over here, bug free. Bug in. Not many bugs this round. That could be a good sign, or it could trip us up later. It's actually pro strategy, yo. Sometimes it's actually advantageous to get bugs early in the game, because early in the game, the game board is a lot clearer, and so uh, you you don't end up causing as much destruction later on when you're trying to when you're when you're trying to clear out bugs. Like if you get a bug in a middle cell, like late in the game, like that's painful. Look at all this game world we're building. Look at all this game world. So, oh yeah. So for the people who have no clue what's happening right now and have no clue what this game is, this is the game that we made last week. We did we did an open jam live on stream, and so so like for example, I didn't make the art in this game, and I didn't. I only did like some of the code. All right, times we have to go backwards. I only did like some of the programming for it. A lot of that stuff was done by. Oops! Oh no! I swear I'm not terrible at this game. It just seems that way because I'm really failing right now. Wow, no bugs. Are you serious? Wow. There's a bit of randomness in this game. So, for example, the fact that we got like basically no bugs that round is a little unusual. But here, let's put ourselves in position to start the next round from this direction. So, all right, go back to the dawn of time, and here we go. This is gonna go good. This is gonna go great. Look at that. Look at all that growth. Over here, quick. And then over here. Oh, look at this one. Look at that one, ripe for development. All right, good. Run. The short ones, if you can find like a few short ones next to each other, that is like gravy. That is like solid gravy. That is like congealed gravy. No, sorry. I think I was mixing metaphors between solid gold and that came out really poorly. Oh, look at this. I don't need to brag, but I'm just really good at this game, you guys. Uh-oh, time's about to go backwards. Have we just got like no bugs this run? The game might be a little bit broken. Oops. Literally, like, basically everything in this game is randomly generated, so the fact that we got, 0 bugs is, like, I don't know. Well, actually, it could bite us, because, like, we might get bugs now that we're, like, really late. Now that we have, like, a lot of stuff developed, like, we might start getting bugs now, and that would be, like, really the opposite of fortuitous. Oh, quick, no, back over here, go. Yeah! Oh, look at that. Look at all these shorties. Look, Shorty. No, good, Shorty. Yeah, there we go. Shorties. Oh, that's not a shorty. Alright, here we go. We got this figured out. Oh, no, a bug. Oh, that one's easy. Corner bugs are easy. Center bugs, awful. Corner bugs, easy. No sweat. Alright, bug time. Oh yeah, you're right. I never actually. I made acknowledgement that some people might have no clue what's going on right now, but I didn't really do much to explain it. So the goal of this game is basically to make these things that we have here, these like colorful things that we have here, and in order to do that, you can control the flow of time, and you can teleport, and you have your trusty computer. Your trusty computer is like what is you like your trusty computer comes along with you, and you can build these things up, and then so you can only build them when time is going forwards, and what you can do when time goes backwards though. So you only have so the game takes place over 7 days. You can kind of tell from like the changing of the lighting situation, like how days are passing, and I've been starting on the far side a lot. Shoot. I missed that one, didn't I? Dang it. Alright. I need to start on this side next time. So what you can do when time is going backwards, time goes forwards to the start of the week, and then, oops, no, get out of there. Oh no, I'm ruining everything. Time goes forwards to the end of the week, and then at the end of the week, it stops and it goes backwards, and it goes you just kind of go forwards and backwards through this week until I stopped time. You go like forwards and backwards through this week as much as you want. You can control time, and so the goal is kind of like to. it's more of like a sandbox than anything. So like there's no like explicit like win condition per se, but you kind of like the general goal is like bugs are bad. I don't know. I mean, you could make this like you could actually play this different ways if you wanted to. Like you could play this game as like a bug farm. You could play this so that like the goal of like your personal goal in the game was just to generate as many bugs as possible. I tend to I don't know. I guess I because I know that those things represent bugs. To me personally, I prefer to eliminate the bugs. But yeah, all right, it's up to whomever. All right. Anyways, that was so yeah. That's how this is what this is the project that we did last week, which we did it in just a few days, and it was fun, good fun. I personally am a big fan of the character art, which was done by Protospasm, who I don't know if is here right now, but is here from and is a apparently a wonderful artist. And I actually did not realize the extent of that until this project. I zoomed out of chat for a while though, is a thing that happened, and uh, uh, yes, Caroline is in the shop scene. That's because in the shop scene it's actually Caroline's ghost that goes shopping. Uh, yeah, the game objects are also there in the shop scene. You might notice. Uh, yes, that is a true statement. Uh, it's oh yeah yeah okay. So the fact that you asked how do you use the shopping and then later said, by the way, Caroline is there in the shop scene leads me to think that you've figured out how to use the shop scene. But in case you haven't, and for anyone who hasn't figured out, it's the space bar is how you toggle between scenes. Uh, so it looks like you guys are having an interesting conversation about Lua, to which I was not especially paying attention because I was busy fixing bugs and saving the game world with Caroline. But let me know if I missed a specific question for me, or if there's just an unanswered question that I can help with. Because it's not that I was trying not to be helpful; it's that I was building a game world, and I only had a week. I didn't change anything, Asado. I didn't change anything. So you use spacebar to get to the shop scene, and then you're there. It's literally the same scene. All I did was make it so that Caroline doesn't explode when you change scenes. And so yeah, so the reason Caroline's there in that scene is because if she wasn't like if normally when you switch scenes in Unity, it destroys like all the game objects in the previous scene, but you can flag game objects to not get destroyed when you switch scenes, and so Caroline doesn't get destroyed when you switch scenes, which is why she's there in the shop scene. And I mean, there are ways that I could have hidden her, but like none that worked. Like they were all way more trouble than they were worth. And what else was I? Yeah, but other than that, it's literally the exact scene that I just took from the scene as it was originally, etc. etc. All right. Oh yeah. So did I? I don't think I actually fixed the thing. Oh wow. SideQuest has been down this whole time. Whoops. And I don't think I've actually fixed the thing that I was supposed to have fixed. Fortunately, it was a very easy fix. Right. It was literally just the insertion of like changing a less than to a less than or equal to, right here. So this was literally the fix. Just putting in that equal sign right there. So that's good news. And then I can run this now. And sorry for leaving SideQuest down so long. I try not to leave it down so long, but sometimes get distracted. All right, and then I guess it's fine that I'm just running the main version because what I'm about to add, the stuff that I'm about to add in, I don't really have to like stop and retest it. Like it's not graphic stuff, so like I don't have to like constantly like stop and retest it. I will want to test it later, but in order to do that, I'll want to be running it in place of the script because it'll involve chat interactions, and so I guess what like yeah, let's look at the backlog. Oh right, because we can move the water bug into the fixed column. That's always nice. It's always a good feeling. Um, so let's whoa. yeah, it's like my mind is like bending under like what I might want to be. Oh, do author jumps break quest chains? That's I guess that's one thing that I will want to keep looking out for. Why did this not go here? Okay. Yeah, I do have to watch out for that. Actually, I wonder if I can just find some of that out by looking at the chat log. Oh, you know what I could do is all right, so Spectacular Festival. I'm just looking at like what events we had so far today. Enormous clawed footprints in the snow. King is indisposed. Yeah, so we just haven't really gotten any quest chains today. So it's not really clear whether quest chains would be broken or not. But I guess we'll find out, or we'll start getting more information as to what could be the case in the near future. So let's ad libs. That's not a very good name. But whatever. I know what that means. So ad libs, yeah. I'm gonna make event types that don't have I'm gonna make events that don't dictate what actions you can take. And so yeah, the first type is Foundry, which is also a terrible name. I in my defense, this was like really late at night. This was like I was lying in bed, not able to sleep, and I just like it was like a light bulb went off, and then I just like grabbed my tablet and I was like, and then I just threw my tablet aside and like fell asleep. But yeah, so Foundry is gonna work. Foundry is gonna be very similar to Event Type 2 or Event Type 3. Foundry and Multi-Foundry, I guess, are like the new versions of Events Type 2 and 3. They're like analogous in this new manner. So basically, like the way so let's say I'll just like diagram this very briefly. Let's say all right, yeah, I don't need these logs to be open. Why does Trusty Bard end outros in comma? That I guess does he? We saw him do that at least once the other day. Does he do that consistently, or was that just like a fluke or something? Does he? Sorry, I can't see from the screen whether whether that is ending in a comma or a period. I'm not actually going anywhere. No, sometimes he does end with a period. But sometimes he ends with a comma? We saw the other day he ended one of his sentences with a comma instead. I mean, hypothetically, like he's not. That's not a sentence, so maybe he just shouldn't be ending it with like any punctuation. But oh, wait a second. That's actually weird. He's ending like all of them with periods. He said like nice search 71% period, build 29% period. I guess it looks as weird either way, kind of. I don't know. So maybe I should look at that real quick. But nah, whatever. I'm gonna do that later. Alright, that was for Duub. Oh yeah, that was also for Duub. Alright, well, whatever. Alright, I'll leave that there just for a reminder. So like, alright, so I'm just gonna diagram out like what these new events could be like. So like, I don't know, like you like burst through the door and find the I don't know, the the Dark Prince absconding because I'm using weird words right now for some reason. No, the Dragon Prince. You find the prince pilfering. No, I don't know. Really. This should have been really easy to write. So, you find like a savage. You find a vicious like orc warrior threatening uh, a a pile of villagers or whatever. I don't okay, this is supposed to be an example. And then so like oh yeah, so this is like trusty bard. Right, so he's like hark, because he tends to say hark. Maybe he won't say hark. Maybe he'll say something different for those different event types. But all right, so like what do you do? And then like so yeah, so then hypothetically someone could be like I like wave uh or like I charge at the orc with I don't know, like a flaming spear or something. I don't know. And then someone could be like I do a fun dance for no particular reason, and then and so then like yada yada. Like some people, let's say someone else chooses to like charge, blah blah blah, and then someone else like maybe there could be like whatever other like I missed like the first half of like whatever was your conversation about like Lua and C++ and whatever. So like, I mean, I'm like following along with what you're talking about now, but I have like no clue what you're talking about. All right. So yeah, let's say I don't know, this person can be like this person can be like I don't know, like whatever other like action term. And so the way that so the way the new event type works is that because like it's all player driven, then like in this example, this really terrible example, like charge would be the winner, I guess, because charge was chosen the most players chose to charge, and so the way the scoring system would work in this case is that like it'd be kind of like it kind of go by chronology, so like whoever said it first would like get the most points, I guess. Like the people who chose like this action like before it was clearly the winner would be the ones who would get the most points from it, and then the people who chose it once it was clear that it was like winning-ish would get like more points for it, and then like like other people would get maybe some points here and there. So that's like the gist of it. It's not that complicated actually. So I think we have like most of the pieces that we need to put it together. So I guess I might as well just try like slapping it together. There are other things that are like related to it that I also want to put in. I want to put in yeah, special recognition, because like in this case, like Trusty Bard doesn't say back to players like things that the players say to Trusty Bard, and I do that because I don't want Trusty Bard to say inappropriate things. And hypothetically, if Trusty Bard like automatically repeated things that people said, then Trusty Bard could get trolled into saying inappropriate things, and I don't necessarily want that to happen. I mean, like it's not gonna happen that much, I suppose, but like I don't know. I guess actually I don't know if I could even do special. Like maybe I shouldn't be as concerned about that as I am, but I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. So no, I was thinking with special recognition is that instead of well, I mean this is kind of not related, kind of related. Yeah. So instead of like indicating like what action like won based on the action tag, maybe Trusty Bard would like go by the person's name instead. It occurred to me like as soon as I said that like people can have really inappropriate names on Twitch as well, so it's not like a perfect system, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's probably not something that I should be worrying about. It's probably gonna be fine. All right. So I'll do what then? Yeah, I'll just get started. So Yeah, how's this work? I mean, it's gonna change a lot. Um, so, like, yeah, because the action dictionary. Well, okay, I do have some of the. I do kind of have some of this. This setup in some regards is that I had like previously, like before I had like voices up and running. I had something that like. I had something like. What was it? Oh yeah, like write in. Did I get rid of that? No, I didn't. Okay, so I kind of left it in here because like this is basically like what. Uh, yeah, this was basically like what I this is like a very similar sort of thing. Or like what I had working here. Did I have did I have I had write in working for multi. That's kind of impressive to me. And I guess I don't know if I want to support that. I might actually want to rewrite some of this stuff because I'm guessing like the way I did it before, I might want to rewrite a lot of stuff like when I'm now that I'm putting this new thing in because like I might just want to like almost completely not like completely, but I might want to like pretty significantly change how I'm keeping track of a lot of this stuff. Do I? Ah, I don't know. Maybe this is fine. Maybe this is a fine way to keep track of this stuff. I don't know. It seems no. There's probably a better way. I like. I don't know. It's it's scalability is weird. Like I'm not usually so uncertain. Like before working on this game, I've never been so uncertain about like the parameters that I'd be dealing with, and that's just because like I guess I'm like I don't know. I don't know what the upper limit of this stuff is. Like I guess it's because I haven't been able to test it very much, right? Like I think the most people we've had playing side quest at one time was like 50 people, and it held up. And I've optimized it since then, so maybe I shouldn't be too concerned. But all right, so like the way I used to handle this stuff is that like I would keep a dictionary of players' actions and the dictionary entry for write-ins, for multi write-ins, for like when you could, for when players. I'm probably gonna rename write-in to adlib. Uh, I mean, write-in I guess is fine too, but I like adlib better. Uh, oh yeah, right. No, so I was gonna look up write-in. Maybe I'll just change like all instances of it. So like change it to adlib. Replace. Where's the next one? Replace. All right. Uh, so, um, yeah, the way I've been keeping track of it previously is that the dictionary of players would keep track of a list of which tags for which. Oh, I don't think this scales very well. Yeah, I think I'll instead want to keep a. Oof. But which scale's worse, I guess? No, I mean, like, which is actually the better. Like, so right, so the way I'm keeping track of it now, I think, like, on a big scale, would get, like, really, like. It would take up a. It would take up too much memory, I think. Um. Yeah, no, I should probably do it the other way because, like, hypothetically, like, this list could be like thousands long. Like, there could literally be thousands. If there were thousands of people playing this game, it's really not unlikely that there would be like very many items on this list. So, like, keeping track of this list for literally every player is way too much. Instead, like, I should just be keeping track. I should just be like yeah, not I should not be doing nearly as much in terms of how to how to annotate some of this stuff. The cost is instead on like processing because like Does it have to be? Actually, not necessarily. Actually, maybe this is fine. Maybe like during the event, maybe like for the purposes of like processing this data, maybe I'll actually just like annotate it, like straight up, just hmm. I mean, the alternative, like the thing that I'm kind of trying to avoid is to make a dictionary of dictionaries. I feel like that might be too much for other reasons. Uh, so, uh, gosh, a dictionary of dictionaries. How bad would that be? I'm gonna ask the internet because I haven't really. I guess I've been a little bit afraid to ask, like, uh, how performant, or wait, so I'll just say like so Python dict of dict performance. Let's see how that uh uh there aren't even like articles, or aren't even like search results like explaining what I'm trying to look up, because it's probably a ridiculous statement. Uh, uh, like people who use dictionary of dictionaries probably don't care about performance that much. um, so let's I have no clue. Understand that they're both essentially the same thing. Uh, I think I've like looked at something like this before. Um, yeah, dictionaries are so slow. Oh wait, what are these curly braces about? Oh, seriously? I can I can I can improve performance just by referencing dictionaries as by curly braces instead of using. Is that is that what am I reading that? Like bracket notation is just faster? Cuz like that's weird, sure. But like if that's like a real thing, then I mean that could help, I guess. Like every bit helps, right? Uh huh. Um is that true? That seems crazy, but sure. Uh uh sorry. I'm just like, oh wait, so curly braces is a set, not a dictionary. What's the difference? So it's probably the point where it's like pretty clear that like I didn't I was not a scholar of Python before I started working on Python. Yeah, somewhere on this page it said there's an article about dict of a list and addictive dates. This is probably the dumbest. Oh, no one even responded to it. Oh no, someone responded. Uh, all right, yeah, no, I don't care about that. How much? What is this data that I'm really trying to keep track of? Maybe I just shouldn't worry about multi. Like, I mean, like, yeah. My solution to like multi with like this stuff, it was never great. Like, I was never proud of it. Like, it was just something that I kind of like at a certain point I was like, yeah, might as well. Um, so it might be that I shouldn't try to support it. I should just instead do something like more sensible. Uh, this new event type does introduce a new aspect of how these events of how this event data is tracked, which is the timestamp, because now it actually matters like what with what timing um, I mean, I guess it doesn't have to. Like, I was planning on doing that, but now that I think about it, like, there's no reason I have to do it that way. Uh, huh. I So yeah, I could, instead of worrying about all of these things, I could just do like the simpler implementation first, see how that goes, and then like work out from there. Um, so yeah, like for now, I just make it, yeah, just not support multi. Uh, but if I don't think about it now, am I going to oh no, never mind, sorry. If I don't think about it now, am I gonna like accidentally like paint myself into a corner later? I hope not. But I guess we'll find out. All right. Yeah, I'm sure one of the things that I've like one of the possible solutions that like keep not necessarily keeping like the full list of all. Yeah, so I think actually yeah. Right. So like I said, I'm probably not going to worry about multi yet, but I think the best way to keep track of this data would be like just like on the basis of like what players chose. So like for each player, it'll probably just be a list. Uh, like it'll just be like so like for example, yeah, like so charge and then like a timestamp. So like big timestampy number, and then like if like this so yeah, so for a player who like in a multi event, if the player only chose like one action, then it would be like that. But then like if they actually chose multiple, oh wait, no, hold on, how's this data? No, like a list or like in a, oh no, yeah, like a list of lists, right? So yeah, so it'd be like right, so it'd actually be like a list within a list, and or actually probably in the reverse order. It'd probably be timestamped first. Um, it's uh, like that, and then I guess if like there were actually multiple entries, but then I guess like uh, huh. So then at some point, like either when putting this data together or when processing this data, I will want to oh yeah, I'll want to filter out some of this noise, but actually no, I know how I can do that. I can just like do these lists backwards, and then because then when I'm nah nah there's not a perfect solution, but I think that's good enough. It was just occurring to me like if either like when the player is entering, like when the player is inputting this data, or when this data is getting tabulated, at one of those occasions, I'll have to like screen for like duplicates, which is like part of the reason I use. Hey, congratulations, you ever leveled up. Uh, Part of the reason I use dictionaries is because you don't have to worry about duplicate data. You can like for any given key, there's only like one data point. Um, what were the timing differences between lists and dictionaries? um, it was noticeable, right? Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. um, oh no, it wasn't. It actually no. It's actually there's well yeah no the difference between this one 0.04 and 0.18, that is a significant difference. Shoot. All right, whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it until I have to worry about it, and then I'll worry about it. Deferred worrying. Uh, um. All right, so no multi, just not multi, not yet. Oh, and that was the only way that the ad libs were different. Really? And then for the rest of it, they just use this normal processing, I guess, because why not? So that's cool. So good then. All right, so I don't have to worry about that at all. Uh, so weird. Um, So like I guess so yeah, where do I start with this? I guess like with the event creation, I'll add it to the like I don't have any events. Like I can make it so that they're huh. I can make it so that there's a way to and I'll probably want to make a way to like author these as prescripted events because right now there are no this I mean this event type doesn't exist yet technically. I still haven't finished implementing it yet. I haven't even started implementing it. But so yeah, I definitely don't have any prescriptive events, but I can add those in later. I won't worry about them yet. First, for starters, I'll just put in the yeah the way to initiate these through the through the secret control panel. Um, so sorry, I was just chuckling because in your conversation, I think someone said like pound include, and so it showed up in this data here. Yep. All right. So yeah, how am I gonna do this though? I guess for now I can just call it like event type 6. I can just add in more event types, right? And then if it's this event type, then it just can't be multi, I guess for now. Um, and yeah, I guess that's fine. All right, so do I get event type? Oh, oh wait, actually that doesn't technically work because I can change the event type later. So maybe this isn't like a new radio button. Maybe this is like yeah, this is something that is this yeah, right. I guess I will keep the adlib flag. I'll bring that back, I guess, because uh, it kind of does function. Right, so yeah, there are fundamental differences between these events and the other type of events. For example, with the other type of events, like if there are not two action tags, then oh, sorry, this is like not important, but it's just something that I've been like it's like been cropping up in my mind like every now and again is that I changed something with the how to lead side quest document, or I changed something about side quest and I haven't updated the how to lead side quest document, um, which is the like hither command. Uh, wait, where do I not explain it? Oh, how to teleport to another location. Yeah, there's no the stay wander thing is not true anymore. Do. Yeah, there we go. Those things are not real things anymore. All right, what did I just do to the rest of this document? I like messed up all the line breaks and stuff. All right, so or I messed up all the page breaks is what I meant to say. All right, well that actually helps because I kind of wanted the pages broken more like this with like the grouped types. I'll have to update this doc again once I add in this uh, once I add in these other event types. But for now, this is mostly fine. And then yeah, all right. So yeah, that was not like critical or anything. It's one of those things that like I could possibly never remember to actually do it, and so I just want to get it done up front. All right. um, so yeah, all right. Let's just bring this back. If oh yeah yeah. All right. So we'll kind of bring back the whole adlib thing, except except that it's different. Now it's not like the determination is not like if pev type get equal -1 or whatever. It's gonna be the alternative to having sufficient action tags. Huh. No, maybe I should have like a dial for it. Maybe I should have a button for it, because hmm. Because otherwise I could accidentally initiate one if I just like typoed the action tags wrong. So maybe I should be more deliberate. Yeah? Alright, I can bring